So we've had a werewolf, we've had a Dracula, and now we have a Frankenstein in a women's prison.
Seriously, leave that women's prison alone. It's not good. It's not good.
Directed by Jeff Leroy, this is the third movie in the women's prison franchise. It's basically the same movie 3 times, set in the exact same location. In fact, this one was filmed at the same time as Dracula in a women's prison, which we watched a while ago, and it's almost the same exact thing. You have people hanging out at a diner that want to go to this mysterious house on the hill, which has something going on there, and this time it's Frankenstein. We have Victoria Frankenstein, and she's got her little pal Otto, coming equipped with a hump on her back. Victoria Frankenstein just wants to make a Frankenstein, and Otto needs to go and find her a brain to complete the process. Meanwhile, we have a film crew that are set out to make a series for the History Channel.
Mine is Ancient Space Aliens.
Monica and I are with Ghost Chasers.
Just a ragtag group going to a prison. So what do we like?
I liked the practical effects in this film, surprisingly. We had a lot of decapitations, and our Frankenstein monster didn't look that bad.
Yeah, he looked like he was ripped straight out of Toxic Avenger. I think that's better than the original Frankenstein look. Come at me, bro.
It's alive! It's alive!
I do think it's hilarious that our bride of Frankenstein style ended up just looking like a mummy.
Otto, in the process to get her hunchback removed, she has turned into the bride of Frankenstein, and unfortunately goes blind.
I'm blind. I can't even look at my cell phone anymore.
Like I said, there's many decapitation scenes in this film, but the one that stands out where I actually laughed was when Otto beheads one of the guards in her house, and Victoria's like, make sure to bring the whole head back in one piece. She slips on a banana peel and the head flies up into the ceiling fan. And you're just like, okay, this is dumb. But then when the head falls down and she looks at it, I was dying laughing for no apparent reason because I was just like, this is hilarious.
God damn it, Al.
And I wish it just ended there. Because then the rest of the gag, it was overplayed, but I did laugh once in this film.
I laughed a couple of times. It is supposed to be a comedy, so laughing a couple times is not giving it too much praise here. But when fucking Buddy fell down the stairs, they just dropped a dummy in between some stairs. It was so funny. There is some good back and forth between the main characters because they're butting heads. The ghost hunter versus the alien guy.
I am in the danger-filled, drug-infested, suck my dick. Stop using my fucking words, all right?
If I'm being honest, if you're gonna watch a in a woman's prison movie, this one was definitely better than Dracula. Because that plot in that film was basically someone trying to find their sister, which Dracula was too busy seducing all the girls in the prison. Whereas with this one, it was less prison focused, but the characters actually had a better story than my sister, my sister, my sister. They were like, we want to get to this prison and film our show.
I just had a fucking epiphany that we're even fucking talking about this movie. Just listening to you break down and compare how this is better than any other movie is baffling to me. Because this movie is trash. Yeah, that one was more boring, but this one's very boring as well.
Yeah, it just had some highlights. More nudity in this one, I believe.
Just random lesbian scenes.
One of them was awkwardly cut, where they just kept going to Joe and his camera operator in
Victoria Demare. We have to mention her. She gets mad when we don't say her name. She was the lead in the first werewolf one, and she came at me on Twitter. She's like, how are you gonna talk about this movie and not mention the main lead's name?
Well, you're too bad. We're more into gin and tonic.
I'm a big gin and tonic fan.
Both the drink and the
Not
girl.
the drink. The drink tastes like pine cones. Fuck that.
Pine cones or pine trees?
Pine cones come from pine trees.
Yeah, but they don't taste the same as the needles.
Well, I haven't eaten either.
You're higher than the underage prostitution rate.
So the gin and tonic we're talking about is a nomadic model.
She had the most nudity scenes in this film.
She has exclusive content on websites, but don't sign up for those. Sign up for our exclusive website, patreon.com/bloodbathtv.
So we had one awkwardly cut sex scene, but then one really awkwardly long sex scene on a Lion King blanket with Puma suede.
Yeah, that was good. Can't show you any of it, but way to go.
We had a knockoff Halloween theme that I think I appreciated.
I liked some of the visual effects because they were so cheesy. There's just like random smoke and shit everywhere. There's the crazy stock like lightning effects all the time. I do appreciate them using the miniature set for the house.
And if you really want to just sit back and laugh at the film, it's hilarious in the prison cells because like the doors can barely stay on and like there's multiple times throughout this film where the door just falls down or like it goes to fall and like someone holds on to it like it's not supposed to. It's like, why do another take? We got it in one shot.
But yeah, there's that one scene where it just crushes the dude, which you can tell wasn't supposed to happen, and that's why it's so good.
Yeah, like even like the very opening scene with Victoria Frankenstein, the gate is like literally about to fall off. That kind of stuff, it's so bad it's good.
I remember the sting of your whip on my humped back. What do you have to say?
Let's talk about the bad. I gotta say it's the pacing. I know you go into these movies and you're like, I want all these cheap, shitty effects, and everything that I'm showing probably makes this look way better because I'm specifically choosing the best parts of this movie. And you only have to deal with it for like 8 to 14 minutes, depending on how I edit this. But like our main cast doesn't even get to the castle for an hour and 5 or an hour and 10 minutes of an hour and 30 minute movie. So it takes a long ass time for this to all go down.
I don't need eyes to see that you're a beautiful person.
I mean, we do see the castle, we see the Frankenstein, but our main cast isn't involved. They're just hanging out in a fucking diner doing nothing. Or on the street just standing there. Like they're just dicking around. And it's not very interesting.
The story is not that good. There's fun aspects to it, and it's definitely a way more enjoyable film when watching with people.
Oh yeah.
But it's also awkward because of all the like lesbian naked sex scenes that go on too.
What the fuck is taking her so long?
Maybe she's serving up some of her world famous fish tacos, Marco.
And I'm in an apartment, I had to keep like turning down the volume so that the people walking by my apartment didn't think I'm just in here bricked up with the boys.
Woo! I love Campuna.
You go into these movies knowing that it's gonna be super low budget and cheesy and stuff, and that's all great. Those aspects are really good, but there are also moments where you can tell that the director thinks that young generation are just so much different than we actually are.
I've got to post this.
I'm not just saying that I'm that young, I'm 38 years old, but the fact that most of these people are basically the same age as me, and they're always on their phones and they're taking selfies, like Otto is just aggravating, just taking pictures all the time.
You can have my phone when you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
They're making MySpace references in 2017, and like that's like ancient.
Now I can update my MySpace page.
There's just so many scenes of Otto with a phone, and it's just, she's not a good character whatsoever.
The whole thing is her taking selfies, trying to vlog. It's not a funny joke. Give me the head falling from the ceiling fan 1,000 times over like her trying to take a selfie with that head.
The problem is, it sucks to watch as like an audience member, but like if I was in this situation, if I'm in Frankenstein's lab, I'm taking a fucking selfie. I hate that we watched a movie of it happening, but I am certain that I would act the same way in the situation because it looked cool. It's a very cool environment with nice lights.
So
and smoke.
What if there was a bunch of like dead guards on the ground? Would you lay down with those girls and take a selfie?
No, I lay down with the girls and not take a selfie. I'm not incriminating myself.
Hashtag crime lord.
Is that what she said? Hashtag crime lord?
No, I don't think Jeff Leroy knows what a hashtag is, or else I'm sure Otto would have said something.
You're right. And he would have heard us talking shit about his movies for years if he followed my hashtags.
We went down the rabbit hole. That's the problem. We need Grand Theft Auto LA.
I actually do want to see that.
Or the Fembot one, Mecha Fembot.
We were between this and 50-Foot Cam Girl, and we chose this one. And now we're gonna be between 50-Foot Cam Girl and the Mecha one. Since Lady D came on the scene, I haven't stopped thinking about giantesses.
Even high kick angels. You were all about those leggies. Jay's new thing. He wants tall ladies.
But there's some people that I would just sub to. Not just on Twitch or on YouTube, but you know what I mean. It was the opposite. I used to only like short ladies.
His taste is growing. Because they're tall.
Oh, God damn it. You know, I used to bash on like your scripts that you were writing. I feel you'd fit right in with this whole genre.
I could be the king of Tubi.
The Frankenstein monsters must be destroyed!
This movie's whatever. We just kind of wanted to finish this trilogy off. Dustin was here, but he decided to not review it with us because he didn't like it.
Me don't likey.
So this is like kind of a so bad it's good, but it's not that good. It's not a hard recommend. I think if you like low budget, cheesy movies with cheesy effects, and you're gonna get drunk or stoned and watch it with a group of friends, that's your best bet. I gotta give this 2 Ghost Radars out of 5.
We're about to have a close encounter of the spooky kind here.
This isn't the worst of the 3. I actually kind of enjoyed this one. The pacing was definitely slow. I mean, if you've seen Werewolf and Dracula in a women's prison, then you probably should just watch this one as well. Just some really cool practical effects that you could skim through, a lot of nudity, and that's all this film is really in a nutshell. So with that being said, I give this film 1.5 prison door kills out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, links are in the description. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with everything here on
Bloodbath TV.
Gin and tonic.
Get the fuck out of here.